Hey guys, Tarrell here, and today I'm going to show you how to pull off a giant or Godzilla type effect without using a green screen. My example video is from an upcoming short film I'm making called Top Secret, so be sure to check that out when it's released on September 23rd. Editing wise, this should be able to be pulled off in any program as long as you have some sort of masking and keying tool. I myself, I'm going to use After Effects in this, but like I said, anything that has those tools should be able to pull off this effect. The most important part to getting this effect to work is planning when it comes to shooting. To get this effect, all you really need to do is film from a steady angle where the only backdrop behind your actor is the sky. It works even better if it's an overcast sky where everything appears white, and I'll explain why in the editing section. I find the best angle is usually a low angle. This not only positions the sky behind the actor, but also gives the impression that they are towering over the camera. If you have time, also capture images of different structures that could be put into the scene, like some buildings. It's important to shoot any images you capture in the same angle as the footage of your actors, so the perspectives match up. So in this case, I would shoot everything looking up. If you don't have any buildings in your area, check out websites like textures.com, which will be linked below. So now that you get your footage, you just want to drop it into your timeline, and if you're planning on having your actor/monster appear behind buildings, then congrats, you already are pretty much done with the footage of the monster. From here, you would just need to grab whatever elements you'd like to place in front of them. So for example, with those buildings I took, I am just going to mask those out so they are removed from their background. If you are editing with After Effects, I would personally recommend doing this with the rotoscope tool because one, they're images, so it will be a lot easier to do and not have to worry about things changing every frame, and it will save you a lot of time when it comes to the little edges of buildings, which would be kind of a pain to get out in masking. I'm not going to cover rotoscoping in this tutorial, but be sure to look into it if you're not familiar because it's pretty simple to use and can come in handy a lot with some effect shots. So there you go, now you have the monster behind buildings, and if that's all you wanted to do, then effect pretty much done. But what if you wanted to add some depth and maybe put city buildings behind the monster as well as in front? Well, this is where earlier in the video I said shooting on an overcast day or overexposing the image could be beneficial. So first I'm just going to grab a random image of some clouds and throw that in. And in order to match the footage, I'm going to brighten it up so they also appear overexposed. So next I'm going to go to my footage of the monster and go to effects and apply something on it called Luma Key. And once you do this, you're going to click on Key Out Brighter. And if you see, this pretty much removes the monster because it pretty much removes any bright colors from the image. So from here, you just want to go to Threshold and play around with that until you can bring pretty much the actor back into the image and have, most of the white background removed. As you can see, this effect now lets me put things behind the monster as well as in front, depending on how I have it layered on the timeline. If you do look closely though, you can see that there's a little bit of a white outline around the image. And to get rid of this, one thing that you would want to do is go to the matte effects and use something like matte choker and soft matte to try and smooth it out. And as you can see, you can get some pretty good results from this. So from here, you pretty much have the effect done. All you need to do now is to add in just all the little extra effects, throw in some jets, throw in some explosions, some debris. As you can see, I'm putting in some explosions, a little bit of dust to kind of set the scene, even use some like destruction assets. And if you don't have a lot of access to different things like this, like explosions, destruction stuff, there's a really great website called Footage Crate that I use, and I have a link to that below that you definitely should check out because they have some free stuff on there that is actually really good, and it's actually stuff that I'm using in this video. So that's pretty much done. The only other thing I would say you could probably add, which isn't required but is something I like to do, is throw on a little bit of a camera shake effect. You can get some presets like this from the website Premium Beat, and I like to do this personally because instead of just having like a static shot with no movement, it kind of adds a little bit of realism, kind of makes it seem like a human is behind the camera filming this. Almost kind of gives like a Cloverfield effect. And so here that is with just that little bit of shake, and like I said, not required, but I think it just adds a little bit of movement to it. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and let me know if there's anything else you'd be interested in seeing. Be sure to share and subscribe if you haven't already, and like I said before, look out for my short film Top Secret, coming soon September 23rd. Hope this tutorial helped you guys out, and have a good one. Thanks.